Hey guys, and welcome back to Railworld. Finally got a cursor on screen. You can finally see what I'm pointing at. I know. It seems like such a silly thing to have forgotten. Between episodes, I just finished this. I just chucked a couple of inserters down and linked it up to everything else. So we now have quite a large production manual, I'd say. Large, we're not really using it. Okay, we're not using it for anything other than, well, let's be honest, free mining drills. But hey ho, it's what it is. So started this session. Well, I decided I was going to start speaking, but not actually have my mic anywhere near my mouth. Realised that's not really very good. It's going to be quite hard for people to actually hear what I'm saying. I don't have that, so I had to restart recording. I was on top of having to change my OBS settings because I didn't have any cursor. Slightly hard to show you what I'm talking about when I go, oh, it's over here. You can't actually see where here is. So let's get some more iron smelting. That's all good for the moment. I'm going to actually take these down just because I want to start, at least try and start again. I know it looks hideous. I think it looks hideous, but it's going to get us going. That's perhaps the most important thing. Oh, I do not like how this looks, but like I say, it's there. That's what counts. I'm going to tidy it up when I get around to it, basically. So, brilliant answer. So, when are you going to fix this, pal? Oh, when I get around to it. I really need to automate gear wheels. Again, it's just one of those quality of life things. I also really need to get this going. And I know I could just have it so it steals them out of the top one up here where it's just making gear wheels, but they're going into this, and I'm gonna need a lot more of the belt than I currently have. So, got a couple of electric mining drills on the go. Let's, again, this is only temporary, this is to just get things started. Oh, that was more empty than I anticipated, if I'm honest. So if we just get this running down here, will the small electric pole reach all of these? Nope, not a chance. But that will. So we've now got some automated iron production on the way. Now we just have to set up somewhere for it to go. You know, that miner thing. That's so annoying that for whatever reason I couldn't place there last time but can now. That doesn't make a great deal of sense to me, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's get a bit more of this wood out of the way. Because we're going to need to clear this all eventually. Famous last words, eventually. This is one of those things where you feel like you're making progress because you're cutting loads down, and then you look at it and you go, actually, I've made literally no progress here. Okay, not literally no progress. Horrific use of the word literally there, guys, sorry. But yeah, you feel like you made loads of progress, and actually, you've cleared like maybe a dozen squares, if that. Squares, tiles, trees, you know what I mean. You've all been there, you've all gone, oh, I've cut down loads of the forest. And actually no, I haven't. I have done basically nothing. I've got nothing to show for this, but now I've got a path. I've got a nice little path going through. So I'm trying to picture in my head what I want this tool look like. Just what I say this tool look like. Like for the first maybe couple of hours. I say a couple of hours, I mean very optimistic there. You've seen how slowly I play. We're what, hour and a half in now, and I've basically not really achieved anything in the last hour. Oh, I forgot about the uranium. Oh, I've just cleared a path straight over uranium. Son of a biscuit. That's rather annoying. Right, well, looks like... I was just like, why is the ground glowing? Why does it feel like I'm growing a third arm? Let's see. If you grew a third arm, it's a really weird train of thought, but I remember watching a show as a kid. I can't remember for the life of me what the show was called, but I think I referred to it in the first show. It's where there were aliens that like invaded Earth subtly as aliens do in the beginning, but they constantly mutated. So like every episode they fought the same aliens with a slightly different mutation depending on the situation. Can't really remember a lot else of it, to be honest. But one of the guys, for some reason, I can't remember how, but he got like the same mutant ability. And in one episode, I think he just grew like a third arm. It was really weird. I know Naughty's kids shows were a bit odd. But he grew a third arm, and it looked really odd. I mean, it would look really odd, but you know how people look symmetric? We just had a second left arm. It just looked so strange. I think looking back on it now, crossing over the obvious fact he had a third arm, that was pretty strange in itself. I think half of what made it strange was the fact that he wasn't symmetric. Like, that sounds like not an unreasonable thing, or an unreasonable way of thinking about it. Other than, like, we're talking about a guy growing a third arm. But what do you reckon would be more disconcerting? Seeing a person with a third arm that made them not symmetric, or like a third arm that just sort of pierced the centre of their sternum, a bit like Aliens. Spoiler. I don't think that really gives it away, does it? I don't think that really gives anything away. This. Oh, that's a lot of copper plate. But I don't know which I'd be more disconcerted by, the fact they've got a third arm, or the fact the third arm's like making them not symmetric. Actually, I take it back. The fact they have a third arm is probably going to be what gets me. Right, so that feeds in there. Again, that's probably going to split off there. Probably going to try and have a couple of lines, because what I'm thinking is eventually, if you look at the minimap, we're going to have over here a train station system. Because again, this is meant to be all about trains. As you can clearly see, I've done so much with trains. I've clearly rushed trains. But eventually I'll have like a train station off on the far left. How close is this? I would argue too close. Yeah, too close. Dagnabbit. So, I need a few of these. Of course, I don't have any stone for. I have got quite a few stone furnaces up by the iron, which are now, well, are soon going to, I say soon, they still got like 20 each in. Dagnabbit. Let's chuck a little bit more iron in there, just to keep these all ticking over. Again, these don't need to be done, they're just doing it as a quality of life thing. So that's going to eventually go on there like that. Didn't want to do that, not yet at least. So we're then going to have of course that was the wrong way around, pardon me, because reasons. So this is the basic setup that I'm going to go for. I say basic, I'm sure you could argue, pal, there's like a lot more basic that you could have done to get this to work, but I quite like how this looks. And I mean, everything that Factorio is doing, something making it look how you like, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, you never hear Factorio players go, "Oh, you know what? That'll do." Well, okay, so I went like that, but that's just because I did those flipping electricity things. What are they? Flipping boilers. Those boilers and steam engines about 4 or 5 times. And I accept that was just pure incompetence. That I have no denial. That I cannot deny at all. But again, I know that's only a temporary system, so I can live with that. Though equally, I guess every system in Factorio is temporary, isn't it? Really, it's temporary until you upgrade to the next thing, or it ends up as the final system, and then you end up never playing the game again. Because you know that happens. It's not like, I guess, Minecraft really, where you complete everything, but then you decide, actually, I'm just going to go back and do something extra because I've not done it then. I say that, you could do that in Factorio. I'm sure plenty of people have, but it feels like Factorio's got more of a hard ending rather than Minecraft, which has a soft ending. Wow. We'd better be doing phrasing, because that was horrific. That was actually terrible. I feel so sorry for you guys having to listen to this smut. But yeah, like I feel like in Minecraft there is technically an ending, which is to slay the dragon, which sounds like something a heroin junkie would perhaps want to do, but hey ho. But yeah, like I mean, Minecraft actually slaying the Ender Dragon. What do you get? You get some cool looking egg, and that's it. Or you play modded, where you have to basically automate killing the Ender Dragon because you need like ingredients that come from it, which sounds really weird to say. It's fine. It's only temporary. Now the question is, who am I saying that to? You or me? So this will bump up production a little bit. I used to know the calculation for how many mining drills you used to need to get a certain amount of ore per second. Like I used to know what made the ratio up. I don't anymore, and I just don't remember. I remember what it was based on. So it was like mining strength and mineral like hardness. Oh, no, they're all covered. That's fine. And it was just like a simple density ratio, but for the life of me, I cannot remember it. I should probably look it up. Not really matters because I've got Hell mod. Again, Hell mod. Hell mod's is a good mod, but I think it takes away some of the fun of having to like calculate the ratios yourself. Because I remember calculating like the red science pack ratio, and I calculated all that. I was like, oh, I've actually managed to do something here. Like, I'm really proud of myself. And I went away and checked that the ratio was right, and it was right. And I was more stunned than anything else, really, because I just assumed I'd got it wrong, as you do with things like that. But I was genuinely pleased with myself, which sounds really sad when I think about it, but that is not the point. So if I'm going to get coal coming all down here, I'm going to hit issues with the... No? Just. This is probably the last thing I can get going down here. Again, it's temporary. Not too fast. Can leave a bit of a gap though, because I know I'm going to change the iron lines eventually, because I'm going to try and upscale it. And yes, fortunately I had an extra stack. Here's one I prepared earlier and all that. Blue pea to this. Is that even a show anymore? I have no idea. I remember spending. I remember it used to be on like every day, like after school. Don't know if that gives away my age a little bit. I mean, I'm sure it does. Now I'm gonna have issues with coal production, I'm sure. I could use some green wire, but I don't have green wire at this point in time to try and make the allocation smarter, because you just do conditional on it. But hey ho, I spend enough of my time at work prattling around with conditional stuff. Don't really need to do it now as well, do I? So just need a bit of power. Probably gonna do. Oh my days, what is going on here? Oh, I can't quite believe I've done that. Right. So that's got me a little bit more coal production on the way. This should hopefully. Wow, we've not even got a full belt, have we? Let's see how we're looking. So that looks fine, but again that's slightly misleading because it's just all getting diverted that way. Oh, then this is going to back up as well, isn't it? Shoot! Shoots and ladders. Did I not add that mod? Apparently not. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Just so you know, the mod I was looking for is the loader mod. I know loaders, they feel a little bit cheatsy, but my god, they're good. They are unbelievably good. I mean, that's why they feel cheatsy at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, if they weren't that good, I wouldn't feel like I was making the game too easy. Right. So again, it's not pretty, but it will do. Again, this is all probably going to change. Well, again, I don't really know what my end goal here is, to be honest, with how I want this to look. It's working at the moment, and that's all I'm really fussed about. So again, like 200 coal a second, 200 iron a second. We're actually making more iron than we're producing. It's a little bit concerning, but it's easy enough to ramp up production. Easy enough indeed. So chuck some of you down, and then we'll just increase iron and coal. I'm not too worried about copper at this point. I just want to get sort of these. Oh, of course I don't have a radar, you pillock. Oh, I'm doing well here, guys, aren't I? You can tell. Not rusty at all. Actually, it's backing up. Yeah, but it'll start to not back up. Deep back up? Clear. Clear is the word I'm looking for there, I think. Yeah, eventually it will start to clear itself down because, like I say, we're using slightly more than we're producing. Sorry, we're producing slightly more of these than we are of that. I wonder how power. Oh yeah, power. We're plenty fine. We have more than enough power. Power for days. That's days with a Z and an E, I'm sure. So someone just handed a horn. God knows why. So again, clearing this way preemptively. I think what we really need actually is more coal. I appreciate I could just like zoom out, click it down, but it's fine at this point. Don't know why I scrolled it in and out like that, but it is what it is. So let's try and get this up. Again, might be overkill, but it's nice to just have it set up really. Cool, so we're gonna have you to there, you to there. 1, 2, 3, 2. And then do that. So that should hopefully give us a fully saturated belt. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17. It's probably slightly oversaturated, but I'd rather we had that sorted. I guess actually, realistically, we've only got 400k of coal. We should probably actually crack on with trying to get radars. Okay. So I'm saying radars. I'm not seeing radars. Might just be being incredibly blind. Actually, that's a possibility. But with that and my probable blindness, we are gonna call it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, hit like. If you're really enjoying it, subscribe. That way you'll see when the next healthy dose of Railworld comes up. If not, leave a comment if you liked it. If you didn't, leave another comment. Tell me why you didn't like it. And what would you do? I mean, I'm sure you'd all do it very differently because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. But with that, I'm going to say thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye.